In the first game was amazing, but now Strelok is going to have to play against Tarson. Tarson, he was pretty decent against Red. I definitely wouldn't say that it was like, oh, Red steamrolled Tarson. It wasn't anything like that. But it wasn't as good as it should have been to obviously win. But just in general, I feel he could have fine-tuned a couple of things in general. But I think Tarson is a slight favorite here, not only because we are in Poland and he's playing on home soil, just I rate him slightly higher than Strelok I do right now. But that's just my personal opinion.
Well, you know, Strelok's been putting in lots and lots of practice. We know so because he's been so vocal about it. You know, Tarson, of course, a hard worker in his own right, but is he getting enough time in? And this is a time, in my opinion, in the metagame where TVT is evolving a lot. It's like what it was Tank Marine for the longest time is almost all Blue Flame Hellion and tanks and Vikings and Thors, and it's just become very, very mech-centric. So I wonder if we're going to see that here from these guys, or if they're going to be playing like the older style.
Goody was just way ahead of anyone, man.
Apparently,
Goody believed in Hellions all along, and now the rest of the world is catching up. Like, wow, Goody, he's a genius after all. So we do have the map pool for you as well. First map is going to be Metalopolis once again, which is actually the MLG version, so that means no close position possible. That's good. Now you guys probably wonder, like, oh, if you use it Metalopolis, why don't you do it on Shadow Temple? That's a complicated story, but that's just the way it is. On Meta we have this, on Shadow Temple we use the leather version. The other two maps are Tal'Darim and Salnaga. Well, Mr. Bitter, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ben Nickel. Was that right?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Kevin Vanderkoy.
That's decent.
Decent. How do I say it?
A little bit more Dutch, like blunt, like Van der Kooi. Just
Vanderkoy.
Yeah, you don't put any effort in it, then it's good.
All right.
And just making sure that Strelok is ready as well. All right. So guys, here we go. Countdown starts already, so I guess we're going to jump in-game anytime soon. As always, we're going to have a small break. Mr. Bitter, predictions?
Strelok 2-1.
All right. Tarson 2-0.
Oh, snap.
So I guess matter of seconds and we'll jump right into game. So guys, enjoy this TVT between Strelok and Tarson. Cormac.
Seriously.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are in game. If you guys are wondering why the camera stays so awkwardly long at us and makes us look really uncomfortable, we actually have like an in-air production manager and he's like, alright guys, last sentence, wrap it up. And after that we still put like 2-3 sentences. We try to squeak it in, but then Cormac just mumbles on for like 1 hour.
Cormac's telling his life story over there.
I don't know what he's talking about, but he always makes us look very awkward, so we do apologize for that. But
that's what he's best at.
I guess we're just going to get better at it eventually. Eventually when they say like last sentence, I'm just going to talk about my dogs and stuff, which I really like a lot. And by the time I'm done with that, I think we can go talking again.
All right, so we've got Tarson spawning over here at the 3 o'clock position as the blue Terran. His opponent will be Strelok, the red Terran. Cross map, 9 o'clock. I guess the real thing that stands out here in these positions is that Banshee plays and drop play not as effective as it would be close by air.
This is a very fast refinery. Does this mean that we're going to see extreme early Reapers, or like? Of course, I'm not the TVT expert myself
either. It's going to be
either.
Banshees.
You think so?
That early gas is for a super fast factory. I would go so far as to say it's going to be cloaked Banshees, but there's no real reason other than that to get that super fast gas. We're getting a fast gas out of Strelok as well, but it's not quite as fast. This is more like a standard maybe tech lab opening, or maybe you're just going for the factory for a couple of Hellions. I'm really eager to see how these guys play out their games. I want to know if that Korean style's caught on here in Europe yet, or if they're still doing other things.
Yeah, looking forward as well. Strelok, for a while, he was actually one of those few Terrans in Europe who was playing that strategy, which was popular by a couple of people, and the other people were like, nah, that's bad, I don't play it. It was like a 3 or 4 Reaper opening, then followed up by a couple of Hellions, and perhaps a Banshee later on as well. It was a very unorthodox playstyle, but yeah, Strelok played it for a while. I saw him play against the Muslim a couple of times. Of course, I lived together with the Muslim, so I saw a lot of his TVTs. It was interesting, but I don't really feel that was a strategy which was going to last for a very long time, to say the least. And it seems so far that you're right regarding the factory. So I don't think we're going to see Strelok do that. He does open up with 1 Reaper, but I think it's going to stick with 1 Reaper.
Yeah, actually I love Reaper Expand. It's such a good scouting tool. This SCV got a really good look at everything though, and so he might already realize what's happening. If nothing else, the Reaper will confirm whatever suspicions Strelok may or may not have. And I do expect Banshees to eventually come out of Tarson.
But is it going to be cloak Banshee or not? You were going so far to say it was.
I really thought it was, but he never added that second gas. It looks like now maybe he's thrown that down. So it could still be cloak Banshees. Well, factory with the tech lab. maybe Blue Flame Hellion drop. So maybe I was completely wrong. Now I'm really being curious, like what in the world's going on here?
We do see Strelok building that factory near the Tech Lab add-on as well. He is mining from 2 refineries though, so it's nothing too far. He has a couple of SCVs queued up, but that's okay since he doesn't really want to spend his money on anything else. I do like this a lot, absorbing some damage with the SCV. That's so good. Strelok now he can jump up, take out the first Marine, will be able to take out the second Marine as well, and there is nothing from Tarson. There is absolutely nothing. This SCV, this Reaper right now has a free go. This is absolutely brilliant.
Beautiful, beautiful control there, man.
So
the SCV just kind of running as a blocker there. It's like a fullback in front of the Reaper there. I'm sure the Europeans will get my American football joke. But seriously, that was killer. He killed 2 Marines and an SCV. He got a good scout. He saw the Blue Flame research starting. Starport just now going down for Tarson.
Both players researching that Blue Flame. The Hellion will be able to take out the Reaper after all. Strelok went away way too early over there. And Tarson is actually pausing the game. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. But he didn't have a single unit. That Reaper could have killed 3, 4, 5 SCVs.
Well, you know, the Reapers are so good at giving map control. I think maybe he just wanted to back out of there, clear out the towers, and make sure he's in good shape. You're absolutely right. He could have killed more stuff. And I'm curious, you know, why would he back off when he did? But it was still super effective. You know, he saw everything. He got the single SCV, knocked out those 2 Marines. He knows what's happening. So I mean, Strelok should be able to prepare very, very well for what Tarson's gearing up for.
Taking a look at the income tab right now, it's 21 SCVs against 21 SCVs. We do see Tarson on your screen right there, so regarding that purpose, it's still very even despite killing that 1 SCV. Blue Flame was a little faster for Tarson. Of course, he went for that refinery so much faster, so that does make sense. Other than that, it's a fairly equal game. I don't think it matters that much.
Tarson just asking for the admin now.
Yeah, I was slightly distracted because of that. Indeed, Tarson is right now, see him on the screen and just ask for an admin. I'm not sure what's wrong, but I can only imagine that it has to be a minor issue and we will resolve it and continue the game anytime soon.
Yeah, so I'm curious still about what Tarson's what he's up to. That Blue Flame research is going. He's got the starport right next to the factory, so maybe if I can really speculate here, I'm thinking single medevac, Hellion drop, switch him out, get a Banshee out to just kind of keep the harassment pressure on while he's expanding. Banshees are really good for getting map control. They're almost like a Muta in that regard, as they get you out there, you see everything, you can do a lot of damage with it. It really requires a lot of careful control against the Banshee to take it out and to avoid losing a lot of stuff.
This little break gives us a little bit of time of informing you guys what's coming up. We're going to have 2 more best of 3s after this straight away. Strelok was slightly caught off guard over there. He was really zoomed in and then someone just tapped on his shoulder and he kind of shot. Look at Strelok having always a good time.
We get to figure out what Tarson has planned for us with this very interesting early gas opening, and I'm kind of curious how Strelok's going to respond to it, because he did get that great scout in there with that Reaper.
Of course, we do apologize for that minor delay that perhaps made you guys feel a little bit out of the game, but nothing we could have done about it, and I'm sure that there was nothing that Tarson could have done about it. We can only hope that everything is fixed right now, and we can just continue this game with the tournament so far, because other than that, everything has been running really smooth over the last few hours.
Yeah, other than that couple-hour delay we had when Naniwa got lost.
Oh, let's not all blame it on Naniwa. That's really rude.
Oh, no, I love Naniwa. He's awesome. So
so Blue Flame Hellion is done right now for Tarson. Switching up the factory strategy, going for a reactor build right now, so we're going to see a lot of Hellions. So it does seem like this strategy arrived in Europe after all, even in Eastern Europe.
That's right, man. So yeah, so similar build coming out of Strelok, but I do think we are going to see the Banshee from Tarson still.
First exchange went off right there and did not reveal the Blue Flame as of yet, but Strelok has Blue Flame right now as well. Tarson gonna have to be careful. This medevac is leaving. Will Tarson
gonna walk underneath it?
No.
Wow.
Wow, that was so close. I don't even think that Strelok was aware of the fact that Tarson did not see that.
No, that's totally like just coincidence that they didn't get absolutely spotted.
It's not going to be a Banshee though, but a Raven.
Whoa, that's interesting.
For Tarson.
You know, that actually makes sense because Vikings are really, they're a big, look at both these players making Ravens. Wow, that's cool. I love that because the Viking has become such a big part of this, and Point Defense Drone, of course, does a really good job of negating the Viking shots. So really cool. So I was totally off base when I said, oh, this is definitely Banshee.
A complete mirror so far. Other than that, Tarson's command hand is slightly ahead of the one of Strelok, and it's also in the position. Of course, that's going to help out a lot. We do see that medevac finally arriving, though. Let's see how many. Oh, I love the lowering of all display bus straight away. Tarson actually.
Oh no, and that Viking's out. So the Marines have to unload.
Strelok is forced to drop this unit right now, but the heli is coming in from the main entrance as well. But so far, Tarson did an excellent job at defending this, and it seems like actually, well, he fought this up really well. Let's take a look. Did he even lose anything? He lost 2 SCVs so far. I think one of them might have been a scouting SCV.
Yeah.
Ooh, the medevac is going to fall down after all, but the Marines did make it out in time. That's a nice safety regulation.
You know, Strelok is really showing a proficiency for this multi-prong play. He's constantly dropping in one place and attacking somewhere else. Even there, running the Hellions in the front, trying to get some SCV kills as he drops in the back. Almost worked there, but Tarson managing to just stay one step ahead, shutting